Hey everyone, I'm Dennis Pittsenbarger, and we are here at the 50th annual SEMA show inside the Las Vegas Convention Center. And with me on stage at SEMA Central, one of the great voices, a guy that I know. I don't even know where to start with you, man.
I got deep here already, man.
Oh, man. Brian Lohnes from Bangshift, one of the incredible announcers on Fox and the NHRA. I was actually talking to Kennedy just a second ago.
Oh, yeah.
The Triangle of Terror. That's my first idea. Because, you know what, everybody, I hear this and that, blah, 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 it's dying. That's like they said SEMA and all this was going to die 5 years ago. Yeah, right. And the Triangle of Terror. I told Kenny about it because nobody knows what it's like to stand, unless you have, behind a nitro car.
Oh no, it's insane. It is as close to a religious experience as you can have with a mechanical device.
If we make the Triangle of Terror, I will just dress up like a priest and just sit up there ornating people with nitro. I'm telling you, we're onto something.
I feel like that's a good idea. I'll tell you what. Back years ago when I was working for another sanctioning body then, and it was kind of like outlaw deal. I'm not giving any names on this thing, but there used to be a deal where we called it the Chamber of Death. Okay, we'd go in a guy's trailer. He had a Briggs & Stratton engine in there. You paid your $20, fire the motor up on fuel, and the last guy in gets the money.
Oh,
it was brutality. Some of these dudes that have been at this stuff for 20, 30 years are like impervious to it. I was like an 8-year-old girl. I was out. The motor started, I was gone. I was bad at that game.
It's like going into training and basically, they throw in the nerve gas.
Yeah.
Those guys are sitting there like no big deal.
Yeah, no, it's completely brutal.
I am so happy. Now, the chances of me watching live television are 0 to none in our crazy worlds. But I do a lot of recording, and it's really cool to go through my recordings and get to watch, because I have to, of course, skip all social media to know who's winning. But it's great to see you teamed up with NHRA, man. That has got to be, for what we do.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times have we passed each other at SEMA, our PRI, our event, and we go, dude, does anybody realize we get paid to do this?
Oh, I know.
Thing?
Yeah, it's the thing that, I grew up in drag racing. My dad was a racer. Typical story of the guy you watched the old Diamond P shows, and it was Brock Yates and Steve Evans and Dave McClellan, and it's just like, how do you do that, right? How do you do that? And then all of a sudden you're sitting there one day and they're putting a headset on you to do this TV show, and you're like, holy crap, I'm doing that right now. And you know the feeling. I mean, you're the guy doing the banquet at SEMA. Like, hello, the most prestigious, glamorous event that our world has to offer, man.
It was cool. It was really cool, and we had a lot of fun. And the funny thing was, I don't know if you know this, but I snuck up when Dave McClellan was up here with our other good friend, Steve Ignante, and I snuck up and stuck my little head right here. They weren't filming. And he got on the stage, and I said, hey, Mac, it'll be pretty cool. You did it for 30 years, and Jesse and I are going to walk out on stage. We did a really good kind of little sister, big brother thing out there. It was a cool vibe.
Awesome.
And we went out and had a good time. And I said, it'll be really cool to see the guy who did it for 30 years out on the stage, or out in the crowd. He looks at me and goes, Dennis, by the time that thing starts, I'm going to be back home, sitting on my couch, having a glass of wine. You have a good time, young man. It was funny. Last year, same thing. I said, what's your words of advice? He looks at me and goes, in 100 years, no one's going to care. Let's talk about the next thing.
Sure.
Let's talk about Lohnes Pittsenbarger in 2020.
That's the ticket.
I don't know who actually came up with this.
So the credit for this, and I always have to lead with this because I don't want people thinking I went out and made my own stickers. I didn't, but I love them just the same. A guy named Scott Clevenger up in Michigan who's a drag week guy. I was at LS Fest, announcing the race on Sunday. Drag Week's getting ready to start Monday, so I'm going to leave LS Fest, go up to Drag Week. As you know, this whole thing daisy chains
it's
together.
A crazy time.
So all of a sudden, my phone starts popping, right? I'm like, and I start seeing these stickers, and I'm like, what is going on? So this dude made these stickers for his Drag Week buddies, and the whole thing just kind of took on a life of its own. So it's crazy. I got a stack of them, and I've just been giving them out here. I mean, I can't believe it.
For what I do, I'm going to be honest, and you can have it on tape now. I am so freaking jealous of this idea. I don't even know. I honestly, seriously considered copying it, but Pittsenbarger won't fit right there.
There would be the bumper sticker would be an actual width of a bumper at that point.
But it really is. And you know what? I know that you feel the same way as I do. We feel like we're long in the tooth, like we're a bunch of old guys now. But it's what we get to do and make it fun. And I cannot tell you enough that you are making announcing great again. And it's a pleasure to have you up here. Yeah, give the guy a round.
Oh, look at this, Sean Holman. Sean Holman, he's paid. I've paid him to do that.
It's okay. I got a wad
He's
of
followed
cash
me around
for him.
all weekend clapping. It's been very successful.
What's up next for you? I mean, you know, I see on the TV, I'll see it, PRI.
Sure.
We're kind of headed towards the end. Any predictions in the world of drag racing?
NHRA World Finals are next weekend out of Pomona. I'll be there with the whole cast of characters and, you know, cast of thousands. But that race, I told Lewis on the NHRA stage, I said, if you want to be in a place where 30,000 people are going to cry at the same time for different reasons, be in Pomona. Because if Ron Capps is able to do what the math says he should be able to do, not easily, but handle his business, it is going to be a dam break of emotions. That is a guy, winningest driver to never have a championship, a guy that lives, breathes, and bleeds this stuff, and it's going to be amazing. The Pro Stock bike deal's down to 3 points. Jerry Savoy from Louisiana is going to try to come in like the Kool-Aid man and bust the wall down and just destroy everybody's hopes and dreams. It's going to be a great weekend.
It is, and you know what? The last thing we'll leave with is the wheel stand. I mean, I only saw it on social media. Here's the bad part. People don't know this. I call you up. I said, Sunday's a dark day. I mean, I'm like day 12 or something here. You know, you've been working for 2 weeks straight too. I said, man, I can get out to the track on Sunday. I think I can make it out there. You give me the golden ticket. I get wrapped up because I have to take care of business. I have to do filming and microphones and all that stuff. I don't make it. And when I saw that wheel stand, I mean, what were you thinking when you saw that?
So I was on the starting line with Lee Beard, who's the crew chief on that car. Alan Reinhart was in the booth making the call. And initially, we didn't know what happened because from our perspective, when you're behind the car, every once in a while, these cars, the body will come unlatched and you'll see a body go into, you know, low Earth orbit. So when we were behind the car, it was impossible to tell if the body had somehow come up or what. And the most intense thing about that whole 5-minute span was the way the crowd reacted. Because what happened was there was this gasp. The whole place is, everybody went, and then everybody just swung their attention and waited for the big screen to play the replay. And when they played the replay, it was like horror, surprise, screaming. Lee Beard, we were trying to voice, kind of do a VO on the replay as it's playing, and he's been in this sport 40 years, and he's like, I don't even have any words.
I got no. Yeah. I heard. Well, they told me. A lot of guys said it was literally on the wheelie bars. I mean, it was just bend the wheelie bars back, and he crossed on the rear tires. One of them. I mean, thank goodness for the safety and all the things that go on there. But I tell you what, that was the ride of a lifetime.
The thing that everyone has to remember about that run is that he won the round. He won that round.
He ran like a 4.5.
Robert Hyde had smoked the tires, and he got down there. He tripped the finish line beams with the rear tires of the car. He got the win light, and unfortunately, as you well know, a funny car doesn't have any suspension on it. So when the car lands, the suspension is the chromoly A-arms, giving way. But 20 years of being at drag strips, a gazillion and a half runs. I'll probably never see that happen again, but thank God I saw it once. Yeah.
You know what? If people want to find out what you're doing, follow what we're doing, all the great stuff you guys do with Bangshift, or watch you on TV, throw it at them, my friend.
Yeah, you can Bangshift.com. You can watch NHRA Pro Mod Racing on Fox. You can follow me on Facebook, Brian Lohnes, or on the Twitter machine at The Lohnes.
There you go. Hey, more from right here at SEMA Central coming up soon.